Okay, so this one is a royal problem. Now, right as it was getting close to the, Canadian releases, this premiered originally on May 20th, everybody was posting images of Celestia's version of Nightmare Moon, Daybreaker. I tried to weave myself a Daybreaker, but unfortunately, it was too strong for me to handle. So, with that in mind, I think now that the US has finally got this released, it's time we talk about it. And this is the second to last episode, and before we go into the hiatus with the pre-Equestria Go shorts. Anywho, we wind up obviously finding Starlight Glimmer going to Camelot to go and solve a friendship problem. Not only with Celestia, but also, surprisingly, Luna as well. In the process, they wind up finding themselves a bit bitter with each other. They sort of kind of talk down without them noticing. And in the end, Starlight decides to swap out their cutie marks and see what it's like to be in their own shoes. Which, of course, Starlight's doubting whether or not this was the right call. And, of course, even Twilight, who somehow manages to appear in there as a ballerina, winds up obviously being a bit shocked at such a decision. Well, of course, both of them feel like they're useless without them being in their power. Both of them wind up feeling like they're powerless without, their own, without being in their own shoes. So, obviously, Starlight Glimmer, who's having a bad nightmare, winds up dreaming of not only Nightmare Moon, but also Daybreaker. In the process, they find themselves obviously working on... They find themselves, overcoming their fears, and Celestia manages to defeat her Daybreaker counterpart, which in the process, that solves the friendship issue that the both of them have. I will say, in the process of it, it was definitely good that we finally saw this episode. I mean, it's pretty much, at times, we probably knew what was going to happen. I mean, it's sort of kind of the Freaky Friday type of situation, except it's not over-glorified much. But at least we got something good out of this. I mean, there were people posting Daybreaker on their pages and whatnot. But also we managed to see probably the greatest, swapping story we've probably seen in a while. I mean, both Celestia and Luna are pretty good in this. Starlight Glimmer has some funny parts. But Twilight always feels envious of Starlight Glimmer being to help Celestia and Luna with their problem, and not Twilight. As much as that gets a bit buggy, it's not too major. It is passable, and depending on what people depending on what others say, it is a good episode. If I rewatch it, I might find something good and something funny in it, but I'm still impressed that they actually decided to make a nightmare version of Celestia. Good on their behalf, I guess. So, it is passable, at least at this moment. You know, I kinda am not looking forward to next week's episode. Why? Because the synopsis for it, I heard, is that we get the return of the very angry yaks from Yakistan that we haven't seen, like, 2 seasons ago. And we all know we don't like how the Yakistans acted. Which, if they don't be annoying next week, it might be good. Who knows? But after that, we enter our hiatus. This ain't gonna be good. One thing I gotta wonder is, after this, and the Equestria Girl specials, what will they do next? Or at least, when does Friendship is Magic return for the other half of their season? Because normally they just ended at either 12 or so episodes. But ending at 11? This is unusual, even for Discovery Family. But then again, I think that this time Ingram is currently in another state composing for the My Little Pony movie, and the animators have, like, short amount of time to try to make 26 episodes within a spanning year. So it's them that has the hard work and effort put into them. I wouldn't blame them. But probably also because of the burden of the MLP movie, they have to not only work on the show, but also for the movie as well. So I kind of feel sorry for them. Not the point. I will see you guys next week for the all-new episode. Whatever your thoughts are of it, leave it down below. And I am just about a quarter of the way of getting done with the Everfree vlogs. I've already got the closing ceremonies rendered, it's ready to be uploaded, and even day 1 and 2 are ready to be shipped. So, expect those videos completely soon. So, that's about it.